Hey, welcome everybody to the final score. I'm your host, Nicholas, and today we are going to be making our NFL Week 7 predictions. Today, I'm joined by Chris, the Dolphins fan. Say hello, Chris.
E.
Ooh, now that's a happy Dolphin if I've ever heard one.
Oh yeah, we're real happy this week.
Absolutely. Have you seen your matchup yet?
Yeah, I'm actually not that worried about it.
It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe.
Yeah,
Well,
especially after what happened last week.
absolutely. So, Chris, I'm sorry I don't have the current standings for our predictions war. But as you know, the winner through everything will win a jersey out of my pocket. So whoever it is, I promise they will be getting a jersey. It's just right now I don't have the most updated version. So I'm sorry.
That's quite all right.
All right. Well, that's totally fine. You know, week 6, there were a lot of upsets, dude. We had
Oh,
the
for sure.
Browns beating the 49ers with PJ Walker at quarterback.
Yeah,
The
don't understand that.
New York Jets beat the Eagles with the gosh, I can't remember his name. Wilson at quarterback. Very weird. Very weird week 6. Do you think we're in for a little bit of the same thing in week 7?
Well, just going by the schedule, maybe.
Maybe, maybe.
Maybe.
See, the goal is to always go perfect in one of these weeks, and I think I know how to go perfect this week. I'm not doing Chat GBT anymore after it's just
Are you sure about that? Are you
absolute.
sure about
I'm
that?
I'm sure I'm not doing it.
Okay. All
It's
right.
not replacing my picks. 2 weeks was enough, and if I'm being honest, it wasn't as fun just letting a computer make my picks. So
And to be honest, I feel like last week's was kind of and because it like Carl, I don't know why, but just Carl was not there. I don't know. It seemed just kind of off.
Carl got sus too. It was weird.
Yeah, towards the end, Carl got a lot of sus
A lot
going
of
on,
sus. Something about llama spitting and whatnot. So,
and Jimmy's
yikes.
mom.
Jimmy's mom.
Yeah,
There's a little heart icon. I think people are hearting up. I don't
I
remember.
think so.
Oh well, if people are giving me hearts, thank you guys so much. Awesome. All right, well let's go ahead and get into these predictions, dude. First up,
All right.
we have the Jacksonville Jaguars taking up.
Who do we have on bye week this week?
Okay, so we have 6 teams on bye weeks. It's
Oh
actually
Lord.
ridiculous. Yeah, there's 13 games. We have the Panthers, Titans, Texans, Cowboys, and Bengals, Jets all on byes this week.
Well, all right.
Alrighty then. The Jacksonville Jaguars are taking on the New Orleans Saints in Louisiana. This is I love these two teams. Like, I really enjoy the Jacksonville Jaguars, especially now that they have Trevor Lawrence. And of course, the Saints are my favorite team. And we all know how much I am just hating the Saints this season. Last game against the Houston Texans, dude, CJ Stroud is starting to look like the real deal. He's showing glimpses. Dude hasn't thrown an interception. He did throw an interception to the Saints, and immediately the interception got fumbled and recovered by the Houston Texans. So even when he does throw an interception, the Houston Texans just get it right back. So make of that what you want. um, yeah, I really don't enjoy what the Saints are doing. I think that they just have not been good this season. They have a decent record, but they're phonies. The New Orleans Saints are phonies, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be looking to actually. I was thinking about this. They could make a deep playoff run this year with how the Chiefs are currently looking. They're kind of weak, and I wouldn't be surprised if the AFC Championship game could be the Jaguars and the Dolphins. I think that would be a really fun matchup.
That
But
would be a fun matchup.
with that being said, dude, I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars to upset my Saints Thursday night. It's going to be a rough one for me, but there you go.
Yeah. So for the Saints to, humble on the poor, New Orleans or no, not New Orleans, New England Patriots last week or the not the week before, excuse me. And then to lose in a very tight, not super tight, but tight game against the Texans, who really, I mean, before they got CJ Stroud, were pretty like suckish, and even at the beginning of the season, they weren't all that great either. But like you said, CJ Stroud is kind of showing glimpses that he's a capable quarterback. And Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars have finally started showing some life. They've been winning after a horrific start to the season. So I'm gonna go with the Jaguars. You gotta give the
You
credit
gotta
where
show
credit's
my
due.
team who's boss.
Yeah, you gotta show Nick's team who's boss.
They're so bad. So I do have a surprise, but whenever Halo joins the chat, I'll bust it out.
I don't think he's joining. He's pretty mad at that you're not doing hockey streams.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
check the Discord.
I can't right now.
I know,
What's
but when
he
you get a
saying?
chance. He's saying that you promised them hockey streams, but you keep procrastinating because of the football predictions.
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
moving on to the Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ooh.
Your call.
Okay, so the Buccaneers last week got kind of I wouldn't say embarrassed, but they didn't really look too good facing off against the Lions. The Lions just pretty much just friggin' tore them apart. And then the Falcons, going back on scores, Falcons got embarrassed by the Commanders, which honestly I was kind of surprised because Commanders before this game looked pretty garbage against the Bears, which the Bears are worse than the Falcons. So that means the Commanders are worse, or no, the Falcons are worse than the Bears somehow. So yeah, I'm going to actually go with Baker Mayfield. I think that game against the Lions just have such a, what's the word I'm looking for? A very aggressive defense. Their defense just likes to swallow up the quarterbacks and then, somehow make incredible plays. So I'm going to go with Buccaneers. Screw the Falcons.
I am also going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, they just aren't that good right now. The Falcons, they had somewhat of a hot start, but the Buccaneers are going to bounce back after that loss against the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the Las Vegas Raiders at not Cincinnati, the Chicago Bears. So this is not a good matchup.
No.
This doesn't tingle my insides. There's no
Doesn't tickle your fancy?
jolliness. No, not at all. This is going to be poo-poo. But I'm just going to keep it short. Like the Bears, I think they lost Justin Fields at least for a week or something like that. Because I noticed a lot of people are drafting the backup QB in fantasy. So I'm going to go with the Raiders. Not a whole lot of analysis on that. They have their starting quarterback. Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, without Justin Fields, I don't see the Bears really doing much because I don't even know who their backup is.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought it was Nick Foles, but I forgot Nick Foles is somewhere else, and I don't know where he's at. So give me the Raiders.
Yeah.
I could be totally wrong. We could be totally wrong.
Hang on one second.
Okay.
Go ahead and keep talking, please.
Okay, so actually, for the next matchup, got the Browns versus the Colts. Now, the Browns got a sneaky win against the 49ers. I don't know what happened, but Brock Purdy turned into freaking Mitchell Trubisky for a game. And then the Colts, they had a pretty tough time with the Jaguars. The Jaguars, with Trevor Lawrence, Calvin Ridley, it's just going to be, a slaughter on their side. But with the Browns, their defense is pretty good. But I don't know. No, never mind. I'm not going with the Colts. I was about to go with the Colts, but I forgot. Anthony Richardson is still out. So give me the Browns. Colts can't do much without Anthony Richardson. In my opinion.
Okay, so I'm glad that you brought that up because, yeah, they actually lost Anthony Richardson for the entire season.
Shut up.
Yeah, yeah. So he had to have like season-ending surgery, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's done. And I think that's what we were trying to say in the last one was like, you guys got to protect this guy because he's special. He plays very hard, and he throws his body
Yeah.
into a lot of risk. Yeah, it's been rough, but I'm also going to go with the Browns. I just think that the Browns are a better built team at the moment. I do love
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew, but yeah, the defense
Yeah.
was able to stop the 49ers. That's what I'll have to say to that. Also, I guess
We got another poopy matchup coming up.
maybe, but before we get to that, it is. I swear. Okay, so I'm saying it right now on the live stream that next Tuesday I will be doing a hockey live stream. But speaking of hockey, this is what I've been wanting to show. I wanted to wait for Halo. Doesn't really look like he's going to be joining. So you're just going to be able to enjoy this. I got
okay.
a package today.
Oh, a package.
It's a pretty big package for a pretty big guy, you know? Let's go ahead and
Okay.
what?
Nothing. Good.
What?
Continue.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Don't you like my
Open
package?
open up your package.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
whipping out my package.
Okay.
I'm
Do
taking
it.
out. Here's my package. All right, it's a nice
Okay.
girthy size package.
This is getting kind of sus.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. Talking about nothing.
Okay. So, Chris, do you know anything about hockey?
I know
not
about the
not in
goalie.
a mean way, but like,
I know about the goalie.
do you know what happened
how he's
last
supposed to-
season?
The Golden Knights won.
Hey, the Golden Knights did win something last season. What did they win?
They won the giant cup thingy that you have. That's like 5 times bigger than it.
You're right. My massive trophy. Well, see, what they did was they actually did something that I don't think a lot of other teams are doing. They wrote a book around them winning the championship. And
Okay. Quick second.
Yeah.
I turned my fan on because it's really hot in my room. Can you hear it? The
Nope.
fan.
not at all.
Perfect.
So, yeah, they wrote a book, and it's called It Hurts to Win. That was their motto during the playoffs. For some reason.
Okay.
It hurts to win. And I pre-ordered the book, and it just arrived today. I got home from work, and look at this thing. It's beautiful.
Is it girthy? Oh no, it's not very girthy.
No, it's not very girthy, but like,
For a box that girthy, I would have expected a girthy book.
oh, me too, dude. Me too. I was hoping it would be more of like an actual book.
Is it a
But
picture book?
it's a picture book. So let's go ahead and just take a moment to appreciate some photos, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
And we'll go ahead and give it a small little review. So I pre-ordered this book as soon as it got announced on the Vegas Team Store's website.
Is this why that the episode's name is A Golden Opportunity
no
for
it-
Golden Knights?
No, it's a golden opportunity because it was the Saints and they're black and gold.
Ooh, never mind.
Okay. All right. So here we go. First thing I notice is the cover, or at least the sides rather, are gold, and you can see it. It's
Yeah.
very shiny. Oh, and it has that new book smell as well. So let's go ahead and
Ooh,
just take
I
a
like that new book smell.
Ooh. Got some nice photos. little bit of gold on the inside. Very nice.
Oh,
Oh man, here you
it
go.
is a picture book.
Yeah, it hurts to win. It's gonna be like a school yearbook, dude. It's like, here you go. Here's the whole team winning the Stanley Cup. A really cool moment. It's okay. So in this photo, the whole team are holding up number ones.
Okay.
They're just holding up number ones, except for this guy right here, Barbashev. He won the Stanley Cup with another team in 2019, and whenever he was posing for the Stanley Cup, he held up a number two, and then he looked around, saw everybody was holding up number one, so he switched to number one. But they put up the photo of him holding up number two, so I thought that was funny.
That is funny.
Yeah. Oh, and here's probably the most famous photo from the Stanley Cup victory. They all gathered together to form a heart.
I was about to say it looked like a heart.
Yeah. And that was not on purpose. It was completely unintentional. They just happened to look like a heart. But yeah, so here we go. We do have some stuff in here. Bill Foley, the owner, predicted that they would win the cup in 6 years. So of course it's called Cup in Six. So I am.
Did they win it in 6 years?
They won it in 6 years. It wasn't
Nice.
exactly how they planned it. So Bill Foley originally said, playoffs in 3 years. They would go to the finals in their 5th year, I believe, and win it in 6, or something to that effect. I know it was like playoffs in 3 and then cup in 6.
Nice.
That didn't happen because
No.
the Vegas Golden Knights went to the Stanley Cup Finals in their very first year, made it to. Okay, so in the second year they were eliminated in the first round, and then in the third year of existence they went to the Western Conference Finals, got eliminated by the Dallas Stars. They got booped. And then the next year, they went to the Western Conference Finals and lost to the Montreal Canadiens. And then they missed the playoffs. And then they won it. So it was incredibly long. Wait, Asfen, you're joining late. I was talking about hockey. Look at what I bought. Asfen, my good man, look at this. I just arrived today. I'm so super duper excited. It's the book on them winning. So very excited. And I know I'm sorry for the lack of hockey streams. I've been very busy. I really can't stream hockey until Tuesday. Take that jersey off. You want me to throw on a hockey jersey? I want to show you guys I'm still committed. Chris, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I feel like I have to be all hockey all the time, which is totally fine. They have the best looking jerseys. Yeah, it's absolutely great. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next matchup. This absolute dog water of a matchup. You must be all hockey from October to June. Yeah, you're right. October till June. Chris, we need to get you a hockey jersey. So why don't we work on that?
Okay.
Yeah, you said Red Wings, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Detroit Red Wings.
I don't know how they're looking, but they're looking okay.
The jerseys are clean, dude. And I'm actually going to be going to Tennessee next week, and I'll be attending a Nashville Predators game. So
They are 2-1-0 so far.
There you
and
go.
They're beating the Penguins.
Oh, all right. Let's go,
Yeah.
Red Wings. Asfen, you should know my jersey collection. What do you want me to wear? And I'll go change. But we do have to move on. It's been 20 minutes. Hey, Halo. Okay, Halo. Halo. Check this out, Halo. It just arrived today. It is the book, It Hurts to Win. So this documented their entire Stanley Cup victory and everything. It's a very beautiful book. It's all gold. And, of course, it has plenty of articles in there. Very beautiful. Okay,
Very
so
beautiful.
Aspen, you say Vegas. I have every single Vegas jersey. Which one do you want? White, gray, gold, reverse retro, one or two? I just have that many, dude. It's kind of crazy. Okay, he has his Rangers jersey on. Let's do Commanders at Giants while I wait for which jersey he wants me to change to.
Okay.
Commanders at Giants. Dude, I totally forgot. The Washington Commanders have Eric Bieniemy as their offensive coordinator. And I feel like he's doing work. Now, the team is only marginally better than they were in the last couple years, but they are better. So I think that they're okay. Whereas the New York Giants, dude, Daniel Jones is absolutely spitting right now with his game. He has 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. It's like, woo, baby.
I think he's out this week too.
Yeah. So I'll make it really short. I'm going with I'm going with the Commanders, and he says Capitals.
But Asfan says that the stream keeps cutting in and out.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, now because you were like kind of choppy at first when you were getting your jersey on,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's a little bit better.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
sorry guys.
It's the football gods saying
They wanted
don't-
hockey. They wanted hockey, and I owe it to everybody for hockey. I'm sorry. You love this jersey? I love this jersey too. I gotta get some of my my patches on there. I bought like 7 of these.
wow.
So that way I could put them on, and I even bought a blank one. I bought a blank one for the Florida Panthers. So I got to put those on. So yeah. All right, let's move on to the Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens. Chris, go ahead and give a breakdown.
All right. So the Baltimore Ravens played the Titans last week in London. And we all know how that went. The Baltimore Ravens actually beat out the Titans. But the Titans are below the Lions. The Lions are like up here. The Titans are like down right about there. And then the Ravens, the Ravens don't really have much options on offense. They've got a good defense, but I don't know. I think in the Lions are the team to beat in the NFC this year. Oh, so hold on. One of the teams to beat in the NFC, if you count the 49ers and the Eagles.
And the Saints.
But I'm and the Saints. Well,
Yeah.
no.
Hey.
But I'm gonna go with the Lions. The Lions just are gonna massacre the Ravens.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Lions as well. They are just a fun team right now, and they've won the last 4 games by double digits.
Yeah.
Halo wants to know where to refund or who's going to give him a refund, and yeah, you gotta take it up with him. Sorry, man.
Yeah, you can go and send an email to
Oh yeah, it's the Red Wings and some team in Baltimore.
Yeah. You could ask for your refund by emailing where's my money at gmail.com.
There you go. That's legit.
Yeah, it's legit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get into the next one, let's talk this fantasy football trade. So I put a bunch of players up onto the trade block today, and Chris was like, "Oh, hey, let me go ahead and snatch up 2 of these," and he's going to be giving me some draft picks. Now, Chris, do you know what type of league we're in?
No, because I think all football leagues are like the same, or fantasy leagues are the same.
Sure. And to the most part, they are. Unfortunately, Jimmy didn't tell me this. But are you kind of like interested in why we have draft picks?
I honestly just didn't even think about it. I was just trading draft picks.
Okay. So that's because you keep the same team between seasons, and you use
Okay.
those draft picks to get the new free agents / rookies. So by you giving up all of your draft picks, you won't have anything for 3 years.
Well, like I said before the stream, I might not be in this league. I might just delete the app and just be like, well, screw it for the next year. So
I thought you were doing the Rams, F them picks thing, and I was going to
no,
be
no, no,
very
no.
shocked.
I honestly didn't even know that was a thing. So, and like, cause I just went into it thinking like, okay, I'm probably not going to do this league next year. So yeah.
Well, fair enough. If you don't
Sorry,
think
Jimmy.
if you don't think you're going to be doing it next year, I'll gladly take your picks. But
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I wanted to just make sure you knew what you were getting yourself into, because it's like I didn't feel comfortable with you having nothing. You understand?
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Take my picks.
Okay.
I won't be in this league next year.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe you'll come back.
Maybe.
All right. Buffalo Bills or the
Oh god.
other Rangers team going up against the New England Patriots, otherwise known as the Boston Bruins. I don't like this matchup. The Patriots are giving up on Mac Jones, and I don't even think he's really all that big of a problem. Like, it's not him. It's who's he throwing it to? There's nobody.
He's throwing it to the defense.
He is throwing it to the defense. He's very accurate on that. Going up against Josh Allen, who has one of the best arms in the league. Now, he didn't look all that great last weekend. But
he's been looking great like all season almost.
Yeah, but
except for against us. I mean,
he'll bounce back.
About that.
He'll bounce back against the Patriots. I'm going with the Bills. Okay, so go ahead and give me your pick, and then I'm going to answer Halo's question.
Okay, so I am going with Buffalo. Yeah, I'm just gonna straight out say the Buffalo is looking really good. I don't like the way that the Patriots are. Like you said, how they are just kind of giving up on Mac Jones. I'm pretty sure Bill Belichick, after last week, went to McDonald's and tried to order a better Mac and not a Big Mac. So, trying to, replace him, I guess. But, yeah, he's just, I don't know. The whole team just sucks this year. And it's kind of bittersweet because you had all those years of just complete dominance just flushed down the toilet in a matter of like 3 seasons. But yeah, I'm going with Buffalo. They are just the better team.
I said it once and I'll say it again. I feel like the New England Patriots are the actual worst team in the league. And I know that they have a win, but I think they're the worst.
I think they're the worst too. And shout out to, I forgot what his name was. I think it was Sad Cowboys fan on TikTok for getting me that he threw the ball to the defense. That says like his signature thing.
All right. So Halo says, Nick, any thoughts on Golden Knight, Colorado Avalanche, Boston Bruins, and the New York Islanders undefeated teams so far, only being about 4 games into the season? So I will say I'm a little shocked that the Golden Knights are undefeated. I fully expected them to lose last night to the Dallas Stars, but they ended up winning in overtime, so I'm ecstatic. I'm also ecstatic for Avs fan because I really want us to have that Western Conference Championship match. I think that would just be an absolute fun series. It would be interesting to see how the Colorado Avalanche would do against Adin Hill. I think last time we met in the playoffs, we had Robert Leonard, and Robert Leonard is no longer the starting goaltender, so it would be interesting. And then the Boston Bruins, I'm kind of not that surprised that they're undefeated so far. They're coming off of that huge presidential trophy. I don't think that they'll win it in back-to-back seasons. In fact, I did see that they're still doing the goalie hugs, and I'm like, guys, you look ridiculous doing this now because you lost. And the New York Islanders, I mean, all right, keep it up, New York. We'll see if you make it to the playoffs come April. But, like, honestly, the Islanders are one of those teams that are just there. Like, they aren't exciting. I don't care about the Islanders. If they have any type of personality, it's, like, dopey. No, I can't even say that because Dopey was pretty entertaining in Snow White. The Islanders are the 8th dwarf that didn't appear in the movie because they're like, you're too boring. That's what I think of the Islanders. They're boring to me. I don't care about them. But the Bruins, the Bruins, the Avalanches, and the Golden Knights, I love it. Hopefully we can see a pretty good matchup between those three teams coming up. And then the New York Islanders, they're going to trip and fall over themselves eventually. So that's what I think. All right. Shall we do the Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle Seahawks?
Yes.
Take it away.
All right. So last week I chose. Was it last week? No, it was week before. Both these teams were on a bye last week? No, I'm sorry. Cardinals played the Rams and they got their booties handed to them, which kind of be expected, but just the Rams are kind of weird this year because you never know if they're going to be good or if they're going to be bad. It's the Seahawks against the Bengals last week, and they just barely lost, which kind of not surprising when you got Joe Burrow, but I kind of expected a little bit more from the Seahawks, even though I didn't pick them. But it's the Battle of the Birds. It's in Seattle. I'm not going to make the mistake of picking the dry rub this week. I think that the Seahawks are a better team than the Cardinals right now, even though I know I want them to be good because of how competitive they have been the last few weeks, but last week just didn't show any life.
Yeah, I'm also going with the Seahawks. Sorry, Cardinals.
Yeah, sorry, Cardinals.
All right. Let's move on to the Pittsburgh Steelers at the LA Rams. Asfin says he does want to join Discord and share his thoughts on the Islanders. Maybe after we do the football predictions, Asfin, I'll go ahead and open it up to Discord and you guys can give me your hockey thoughts. But for right now, let's just get through the last 5 games and then we can do that. Okay. Pittsburgh Steelers at the LA Rams. Well, this is a game, isn't it?
Yeah, it surely is a game.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers had a bye last week, so they were able to avoid any losses. Whereas the Rams, they won last week, didn't they? They actually had a pretty good showing.
Somewhat.
Who did they play? I forgot.
The Cardinals.
Yeah. Yeah, if they didn't win, I'd be concerned. Yeah, I still think the Rams have a better offense than the Pittsburgh Steelers. But it's going to be the defense. Like, where has Aaron Donald been this season? I haven't been hearing anything about him, and he's the absolute monster on the defense, dude. Whereas, like, the Steelers, they have a relatively solid defense.
No. They have a solid line. They have a solid defensive line, but their secondary is doo-doo.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'm going to give it to the LA Rams. I just think that they are in a position to be a little bit better, especially with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. Like, all of a sudden, those are 2 deadly forces right there. So give me the Rams.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams too. Shout out to the boy Tony at work. He's going to this game actually on Sunday.
Oh, cool.
Because he's a Steelers fan. He knows that they suck.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the Rams just are right now. The Rams are a better team. The Steelers, I think, are going to have their first sub 500 season in who knows how long.
Mike Tomlin's coaching career.
Yeah, his whole entire coaching career,
which is like 18 seasons, I believe.
Yeah, and. Little fun fact: the Rams, one of their cornerbacks, is been arrested because he decided to pull out a firearm on some people.
How lovely!
So that's fun.
Yeah. Asfan says NHL is greater than the NFL, and
subjective.
It's subjective, but I kind of agree. If I'm being completely honest, I did a live stream for football. It was like every other minute was commercials, dude. It was very lackluster. And
that's the thing about football is there's a lot of commercials.
Here's another thing about football versus hockey. So in football, if it's a bad game, like the one game that I live streamed between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals, you know it's a bad game. Absolutely nothing's going on. You're just waiting for somebody. Nobody can get past the 10-yard line. And so it's kick, 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 kick. And then it's like miraculously they can kick a field goal. If it's a bad game, it's a hard watch because all the momentum dies. In hockey, there aren't really any bad games. You know what happens in a bad game when like goaltenders are shite? That just means the other team is going to score a whole bunch and it's going to be a high-scoring game. It is like hockey with the unpredictability and the constant movement. A bad hockey game is much better than a bad football game. And I feel like there are more bad football games than there are bad hockey games.
I will agree with that because I was watching that Bills Giants game and I was falling asleep. That was a terrible game.
You know, there's so many times
quality prime time.
Quality prime time.
Quality prime time.
There will be games where it's like, I hate these two teams, and it's like, I can't watch these games. They're so bad. But, like, you turn on hockey. I don't care who's playing. I will enjoy that matchup because it's fun. It's exhilarating. Yeah. So, Asfan says, if there's a bad game in the NHL, teams get physical, and by that he means blown out. Absolutely blown out. Just like when the Stanley Cup Game 5 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Florida Panthers in Vegas, 9-3. It was insane. We didn't need to score 9, but I loved it anyways. Sorry that this has just become a hybrid hockey live stream. Yeah, that was in Vegas. I corrected myself. All right. LA Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. I think it's you.
All right. Yeah, it is. So the Chiefs last week played the Broncos, and I'll just say it was not Patrick Mahomes' greatest showing. It was actually neither of these teams really did great at all. I didn't really watch the game. It just really didn't interest me because I thought it was going to be one-sided, to be honest. And then the Chargers lost, in heartbreaking fashion against the Cowboys. You had this lady. Give me just a second. One second.
You added her to your Zoom background.
We had this lady who was just like pumped up the entire game. Obviously, she was a paid actor. She went from this to
come on to
that.
Yep.
In a matter of a couple seconds. So, with that being said, I am going with the Chiefs. The Chiefs just are a better team. I don't know what happened to the Chargers this year after having such a successful season last year, but they are doo-doo dog water this year.
I'm going with the Chargers. I feel
Excuse you?
Yeah. I feel like this could be an upset game for the Kansas City Chiefs. Dude, I really...
No.
Whoa.
Do you remember what I said the week 2? That they're going to have a reverse Patriots year where they're going to lose the first game and then be undefeated the rest of the season.
Oh. Yeah, no, I don't care about that. So I think the LA Chargers are going to pull a little sneaky snake. I don't know. I don't like how either of these teams play. I really don't like how the Chiefs have been playing. And they've kind of been playing really easy teams. Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, like Justin Herbert, you got to let the ball fly whenever you have those guys right there. Now, the defenses for both teams are suspect, but like, I got to go with the Chargers, dude. I just feel like it's the perfect opportunity for them to pull an upset. And how do you think the NFL would react if Taylor Swift comes to this game and it's the first game that they lose in front of a division rival, man? That would be very interesting.
That would be interesting, but with Taylor Swift in the audience, I do not think that they'll let them lose.
Yeah, we all know refs are actually huge Taylor Swifties.
And they got the people that have the swelf
The swell.
Swelky. I think it's they're like
Ew.
the two last names combined.
Ew.
Swelky.
Gross. Gross.
Yeah. It was pretty gross.
Just kind of like this next matchup between the Green
God.
Bay Packers and the
Glad
Denver
you're breaking
Broncos.
this one down.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Thanks. The Green Bay Packers haven't been as bad this season as I really thought they would. I thought it would just kind of like fall apart completely. Jordan Love, he's been an okay quarterback, kind of middle of the pack. And for his first season as the starter, I think that's okay. Now, he has been in the league for 4 years, so he's kind of coming up on that contract extension, but they'll have the 5th-year option. Going up against Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos, who have just been one of the worst teams to ever come out onto the field. I don't know what Sean Payton's doing, but he's not doing his job right unless he's trying to get Caleb Williams. Then he's doing his job perfect. And with that being said, go on, Caleb. The Mile High City is upon you. Give me the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with the Packers too. The Broncos, I'm pretty sure, from what I've been hearing, is that they are about to have a fire sale. They are going to essentially get rid of all their star players. I heard nobody's safe. I heard even Russell Wilson is on the block, I think.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it for 1 second.
Yeah. Now, the Broncos need to tear down and build back up.
Sure.
It's kind of mind-blowing to think that this team was in the Super Bowl almost a decade ago when they had Peyton Manning and everything.
You're right.
But it's sad to say, but the Broncos since Peyton Manning have not had a quality quarterback since, like, at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been weird.
It has been.
Vegas Golden Knights are better than the Taylor Swifts. Absolutely. I absolutely agree.
I don't even watch hockey, and I could agree with that.
Yep. But you know what we do watch? We watch the Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. And I can't wait to get my fingers on this matchup.
Okay. First of all, bam. Second of all, when the Eagles play the Jets, who don't even have Aaron Rodgers, who don't even have their 2 starting cornerbacks and 1 other defensive player, but then Jalen Hurts goes for 3 interceptions in 1 game to 2 touchdowns. That says a lot about where he is as a starter right now. I don't know if it's mentally or if maybe there's something physically wrong with him, but he is not the quarterback that we saw week 1 through 5 at all. There is something wrong with him. And on the other side, the Dolphins have been just absolutely crushing teams. They've been winning by double digits since week 1, basically, except for that 1 loss against the Buffalo. But we don't talk about that. The defense on the Dolphins is looking really good. They have, I think, the most QB hits and like 3rd most sacks in the league right now. And then you got Tua with the possibly MVP front runner right now in Tyreek Hill. Raheem Mostert has the most touchdowns in the league. Like, what? Yeah, it's enough said. I think I've rambled on about a good 5 minutes there already.
You did forget to mention one thing, one crazy stat. Tyreek Hill is 168 yards away from 1,000 yards.
He's almost at 1,000 yards. It's only week 7.
Yeah. So
that is insane.
He wanted to hit 2,000 this season. I think he might get 2,500.
I would not doubt it unless he gets hurt. Unless he gets hurt.
Yep.
He will reach 2,000.
Yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins. Fun matchup, though. I'm excited. All right, let's get to our Monday night pick, and then we can go ahead and open up the Discord for some calls. It is the San Francisco 49ers against the Minnesota Vikings. And I think at the start of the season, this looked like a much better matchup on paper. But now that we're here, does not look appetizing at all.
Nope.
The Minnesota Vikings they can't catch a break. And then Brock Purdy finally suffers his first loss of the season after losing Christian McCaffrey in the middle of the
Deebo
game.
Samuel.
And Deebo Samuel. But he was still able to put his position in a chance to win, and they missed the field goal.
Yeah.
So I don't fully blame Brock Purdy for that loss. He was trying to make do with what he had, and good on him. I don't think we are giving enough credit to Brock Purdy. We all know that he was Mr. Irrelevant, but like you have to understand that like he should have been cut. And just because of the injuries, he got a chance to play. It's the Tom Brady thing, but Bill Belichick actually liked Tom Brady, and that's why he was the backup to Drew Bledsoe at the time, because Bill Belichick liked him. That was not the case for Brock Purdy. He was, I think, on the practice squad. And yeah, the Vikings are without Justin Jefferson. He's not going to be making a rush back. TJ Hawkinson is a great receiver, but it's like he's not Travis Kelce. He's not Gronk. He's not doing what those guys did and carrying the team. And Alexander Madison, like, dude, I can't believe there's still people who were calling him the N-word and blowing up his DMs a couple weeks ago. Like, that is absolutely disgusting, and you hate it. But with that being said, he's not as good as Dalvin Cook was for the Vikings. And so I also understand the frustration towards him. I wish it would have been better telegraphed or at least spoken about. But Alexander Madison is not that guy. I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers with this matchup.
Yeah, I am too. You know, I like you said, I can't blame Brock Purdy for what happened on Sunday, excuse me. He did look a little bit shaky out there, but it's just I don't know where the Browns defense came from in that game, but they were like pressuring him a lot, and so he was kind of scrambling. And to not have two of your best receiver and your best running back, it kind of puts a little bit of a little scare in you because you don't have those weapons to fall back on. So the missed field goal, I think if they would have won that game if Moody would have made that field goal. So I can't blame Brock Purdy 100%. And I can't blame the kicker. He's a rookie too. I mean, he's been freaking great this whole entire season, but rookie's gonna have a mistake.
And it's just one game. It's just one game. Obviously, you want to win that game because you're in a good spot to have the first playoff seed. But it's just one game. Like, you dust yourself off and you keep going, and you know that you're the best team in the division. You're fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's going to wrap it for our NFL predictions. Now, I did say that I would open up the Discord lines if Avs fan would like to come on here and talk a little bit of hockey. Chris, you're more than welcome to stick around if you would like, just to get in on this conversation. Would you like to hear?
Maybe for a little bit.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into in the Discord. Let's go to the lounge. So I am in the lounge right now. And
I am too.
Oh shit, hold on. Nick. Give me just a second.
Yeah, mute yourself.
Nick.
Hey,
you are muted.
Okay. Can you hear Chris?
I went out because for some reason my audio is coming through my computer and not my my headset or my mic.
Okay. Well, I was getting feedback as well.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. But can you hear Asfen?
Nick Apocalypse.
No, I'm not in the lounge right now.
Asfen, can you hear me? No, he can't. Okay. Well, this is going to be tough because it's going to be a little bit of feedback. Hang on. Let me I'm going to just call Avs fan instead. I'm going to
Oakley.
just call him. Yeah. Because otherwise it's going to be really bad audio.
Okay.
Okay. Hello.
Nick.
Hey, can you hear me?
Now absolutely. Now let's talk some good sports, like actually great sports.
Hey, football got. Hey, don't. I mean, all right.
Hockey's better. It's
Chris, can you hear this?
hockey has started.
No, because I'm not in the call.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Hang on, wait. No, actually, Avs fan, I'm going to add Chris to the call.
All right.
Actually, no, I'm not because it's going to be a lot of feedback. So yeah, he wants to talk about a good sport.
Join regular Discord then. Regular
Alright.
Discord chat.
Okay.
Anyways, go ahead. Chris can listen through his phone or something.
Yeah.
All right, so give us your take on the Islanders. I say they're a boring team. What's up?
Potvin sucks.
What the heck?
Do you know what Potvin sucks is?
No, what is that?
It's a chant they always do at MSG.
Oh my god.
No matter who they play, and Potvin was an Islander, so like they always keep reminding him every game that Potvin sucks.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so I'm going to be going to the Nashville Predators and Toronto Maple Leafs game, and
In Nashville or here?
Nashville.
If it was here, I'm like, okay, I gotta get tickets.
Oh yeah, no, dude. If I ever come to your area or go to an Avs game, you better believe I'll give you advance notice. But I'm excited because don't the Predators have that chant where they're like, "Hey, goalie, you suck. You suck."
Crawford,
Mhm.
Crawford.
There you go. Yeah, that one.
Crawford, you suck. It's all your fault.
I
It's
can't
all your
wait.
fault.
Oh, that's gonna be great. Okay, so what's your take on the Islanders?
I already did it. I already gave you.
Oh, that's it?
well, okay. Really though, they're the most boring team in the NHL. You're not wrong.
I forget they even exist.
Well, that's the other. There's another team for that one. There's another team that doesn't exist.
Okay, so I actually like the Ottawa Senators, but whenever I think of like Canada teams, I always say 6, and it's because I just keep forgetting about the Ottawa Senators.
As someone who lives like not too far from the Sens,
Yeah.
I could relate because everyone's a Leafs fan here.
I was gonna
Everyone's
say, it's
a
gotta be pretty blue over there.
Even if you go up to Northern Ontario, still a lot of Leaf fans.
Yeah.
But the Sens arena is nowhere near Ottawa.
Ooh, what?
It's-
Oh, I hate when
Not
that
only is
happens.
it nowhere near Ottawa, it's like a 30-minute drive normally, but with traffic it ends up being more like 45 to an hour.
That's not bad for traffic, dude. I live in California. You say there's traffic, it could be an hour.
Oh, well, you don't know what the 401 is. Well, you don't know what the 401 is.
You don't know what the 5.
That, like, for us, here, the 401 is, like, that's the traffic center. Up there, the 401 does go to Ottawa, but it's not that part of the 401 that's always stuck.
Sure.
The part that's always stuck is here.
Yeah. Well, I would also imagine you guys got a lot of like tourists coming through Toronto. Like that has to be a big tourist hub, right?
Yeah, it goes to the airport.
Yeah, there you go.
And how funny is it that there was like 18 lanes near the airport and it's always stuck anyway?
Oh, that's so gross. That is so gross. Dude, I hate traffic so much.
I do too. Good thing I don't need to use that. I don't go in that direction
Yeah.
for work.
You know what I hated? I absolutely hate that the Vegas Golden Knights power play is still really garbage. And it's like you saw up close and personal how to do a good power play when you took on the Edmonton Oilers, and you're still choosing not to follow that format. Like Leon Draisaitl was open every single time. I would tell my guys, do what they're
You know what I
doing.
love about the Oilers? Good on you for starting the conversation.
Thank
You
you.
know what I love about the Oilers?
Connor McDavid.
They well, no, about their power play.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
First round against the Kings, their power play carried them.
Yes.
They carried them.
Yes.
Then game 1, Edmonton's power play carries them again.
Mm-hmm.
But then Vegas kind of adjusts their PK unit. Guess what? Edmonton doesn't do the same thing. They also adjust their power play. They always keep on their dynamic power play unit with, and it's not to mention that they have two of the best players in the NHL on there.
Yeah.
And that's a cheat code.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree. Leon Draisaitl and Connor
the skill,
McDavid.
B, the strategy, everything's perfect.
You stop those two, you stop the Oilers. I don't like their goaltending
That's what
tandem.
they did.
Yeah, no,
The
exactly.
goalies suck. I don't know if you noticed. How the first game of the season went for the Oilers, but yeah, the goalies suck.
Oh yeah, didn't they lose 8-1?
8-1.
Yeah,
8-1 to the Canucks of all teams. It's not just 8-1 loss.
Woo!
Like if they lost 8-1 to the Golden Knights or the Avalanche or the
Makes
Leafs
sense,
or some
makes
kind of
sense.
offensively powered team,
No, you lost to the second team
You-
named the
you lost.
Canadians.
You lost to the Vancouver Canucks, who A, don't know how to win, and B, when they come close to winning and don't, they burn down their city.
Yep. Oh, you're right.
Do
Chris,
we
I don't know if you
know-
knew about that, but in 2011,
We don't forget.
the Vancouver Canucks took on the Boston Bruins in the Stanley Cup Finals. I think it was like their first time in the finals in a long time. They went to
Not that
Game
long,
7.
but it was
Oh.
17? Yeah, 17 years, because the last time was a very memorable one.
Yeah.
Very memorable one. That's the one that I really like.
So yeah, it was their first time in a hot minute since they've been in the finals, and Canada has not won the Stanley Cup since 1995, I believe, or
93.
93. Yep. And yeah, so whenever they did it, the Vancouver Canucks had a lead in the series against the Boston Bruins and then lost it in 7 games. And the Vancouver Canucks fans in all of Vancouver decided to treat it like it was the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl. So you have two very distinct incidences where the city got burnt down, but for two very different reasons.
But by the way, 2011 was not
Okay.
the first time that happened. I just want
Oh,
to
I
let you know.
no, I believe it. But
They did it in 94 too.
oh, geez. All right. Well, there you go.
And 94, in my opinion, was the best Stanley Cup final ever.
The Rangers won that one, right?
Yeah, that was the that Ranger playoff story in '94 is just great.
I only remember it because that was the Stanley Cup I was born. So there you go. They were the winners.
Well,
I know who who was
I know
the
all
winner.
the winners, and I just know the story because they're.
Nice.
It's a great story. I don't know if you know the Mark Messier thing.
I think I do.
When the Devils were up 3-2 in the conference final, Game 6 in Jersey,
Mhm, mhm.
and Messier guaranteed that the Rangers are going to win that game.
Yeah.
They're like, I guarantee you we're winning this game. And then he scored a hat trick.
Ooh, very nice. We love it. All right, buddy. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off because
Yeah, I'm
It-
just going to comment on
not a problem.
You streamed today,
I cannot.
which means clearly you have time.
I don't have time for my entire setup, dude. Like, I have so much
We
going
don't
on.
need the setup. We need
We
we
need the
don't even
setup.
need the setup. We
We
need
need
hockey.
the setup. I gotta
If you need
create
my
the goal
help for it,
scorers.
I'm down to help you.
Okay, so I'm going to be watching a video on how to properly utilize Streamlabs because there's so much
Use
more.
a proper goal horn.
What?
Just use a proper goal horn.
I know, and you guys are happy. As long as I get that
for
right.
the Arizona Coyotes, the team that doesn't exist.
I didn't think it mattered, but now I know it matters. But we'll go ahead and get it going, and of course,
Why are the Penguins good?
Why are the Penguins good? What happened? Did they just start beating?
Why
the
are they
Red
coming
Wings?
back? Why are they coming
They got
back?
into a
It's
scuffle, I
4-3.
think.
Oh, Cop to the net. Scores!
Oh, jeez. All right.
5-3. Good. Finally. Okay.
Also,
Oh.
the Seattle Kraken are doing absolutely bad this season. They only have 3 goals in 4 games.
Oh, did you see that funny stat with in Oilers Predators games? Leon, in the last 12 Oilers Predators matchups, the Predators have scored 28 goals. Leon Draisaitl scored 22.
I love stats like that where the players are outdoing the entire teams.
It's funny. He's not outdoing him, but he's coming really close.
So,
And if you add McDavid to that, it's going to be a long. It's probably not even close.
So I do want to just say that Halo, I know you're in the chat, and Asfan, you're here, and Chris, you're here. You're going to hold me to it. I will be live streaming next Tuesday the Vegas and the Flyers game. I believe that is a 7:30 start.
Yes!
I promise I will do that. I can't do anything before then, but I do want to get. Or it's an 8 p.m. start. Oh, jeez, that's gonna be late for you. But I do want to live stream one game where each team is the home team, so I have to get started on doing that. And we'll see how it goes.
Hold on. I could do that day. Well, I'm probably going to be a little bit late to that. I might join like second period, third period.
Totally fine. Totally fine. Yeah, no worries.
I'm going to a birthday party that day, and I probably won't be home by midnight.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Or you know what? Better yet, have your entire birthday party crew just watch my live stream. There you go.
At that point, I'm probably going to be on my way back.
Fair enough. All right. And Halo saying, I better be there or there will be a penalty for me. Well, don't worry, Halo.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm going to try and start a little bit early because I haven't been able to raise any banners of my own for the Vegas Golden Knights.
I'm just going to say this. You already lead the league in penalty minutes.
Yeah, no, that's why I haven't been doing anything. I've just been on penalty. They're like, he's too good.
No, it's because you haven't been doing anything.
Exactly.
That's why you're leading the league in penalty minutes.
All right, buddy.
Start doing stuff.
Not a problem. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. You have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you on Tuesday.
Stream hockey.
Yes, sir. All right. You take care.
Yeah.
See ya. Okay. And Halo says, actually, penalty have been won because he missed 4 games. Thanks, Halo. Thanks for making me feel like $1 million bucks. All right, Chris. That's going to do it for our NHL/NFL stuff. Thank you so much for sitting through all that. I know it was pretty one-sided conversation.
That's all right.
But I appreciate you, buddy, for doing these streams with me. And yeah, I look forward to when we do it next. And I'll go ahead and pass through some of those trades. You're okay.
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay.
And just to let you know, my birthday is next week.
Happy birthday! What day?
In a week from today.
Oh well, dude. If you're good, are you gonna be here or are you going to?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be working.
You're gonna do a birthday stream with me?
Yeah,
dude. Oh, we gotta celebrate your birthday in a big way. Tell you what, you can make a pick for me on any game next week. So whatever you want, you can throw me under the bus, but that would be my gift to you, my friend. It's a little tempting, right?
That is very tempting, actually.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right, buddy. Well, next week we have a hockey live stream and we have Chris's birthday. What's going to happen? Is he going to blow out the candles and make a perfect week come true? Or is he going to end up with cake on his face? You got to tune in next week, 6 p.m. Pacific, to find out. I've been Nick. This has been Chris. And these have been our NFL predictions. Thank you and good night.